MMA DNA. I'm here today with two people. One guy is Shane Burgos, top 10 featherweight in the UFC. He has a fight coming up on June 20th in the UFC Apex against Josh Emmett. And on his side, his brother, relentless Ryan Burgos. He's an amateur fighter, kickbokser. We're going to talk with him as well about his career. First of all, guys, thanks for doing the interview. And let me start with you, Shane. 10 days till the fight. How are things going, man?
Good, man. I'm fucking ready, man. I've been talking about this fight for a long time. I've been training for it for a long time. It feels like a longest training camp of my life. So I'm ready to go in there and make this weight next Friday and get the job done next Saturday.
Perfect. So, yeah, we all know the story with your training partner, Lyman Good, who is also on the card, by the way. He's fighting Bilal Muhammad, with the COVID story that he had, that he was ill, but he's now better again. How did that affect your training, for example, and how, because he's one of your main training partners, right?
Yeah, it didn't really affect my training at all, actually. I trained with him a lot, especially around the time he got it. And I actually just got the antibody test today, and I never had it. So I never had it, and I don't have it. So I don't know how everybody feels about this whole COVID thing, but I'm over it, man. I think it's time for the country and the world to move on from it. But it didn't really affect my training too much. I just felt bad that he had to deal with that. Obviously training for Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett's not the size of Lyman. Good. Lyman's a lot taller, 2 weight classes up. So training with a lot smaller guys, not the same guys I was training with before. So Lyman hasn't been one of my main training partners for this fight.
Okay, you have a great fight coming up. Man, but the party bus has to stay home.
Yep. All of them are staying home. I got a couple friends. My wife is coming out. A couple friends coming out. Nothing crazy. I mean, they can't even see them till after the fight. And after the fight, I leave like 12 hours after that.
Yeah, there's a perfect bridge to Ryan. Ryan, you've been to I think every fight of your brother. This time you probably can go. Where are you going to watch it, and what you going to do on fight night?
I'll probably just sit back and watch it with my family. And
soon, my mom's gonna have a big party with a bunch of people coming over, even though that's against the rules. But
yeah,
we'll see. Keep that on the down low.
Yeah. Oh man, fuck the rules. You can do what you want. Oh, did I say that? Ryan, about you. You're 18 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
Shane is always high on you. He's like my brother. Watch him. He's good. Can you tell me a little bit about you, how you roll into the sport? You have, I think, a great role model in your brother, Shane. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about it.
I started training because of him. At 5 years old, he was already 15, and I just did it because I loved it. I would watch the UFC with him, and it just grew into, something like bigger than just karate, you know what I mean? And yeah, I'm just grateful to have the people that I train with around me all the time,
Yeah, I saw I think a few years ago I saw an article on the Tiger Schulman's website where you, Shane, and your other brother Jake, in a picture where you were super young still. I don't know how old you were there.
Yeah.
How old you were there or something.
Probably like 6. You had a mohawk?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, for like 7, 8, maybe.
So
you're pretty much your whole life into combat sports, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
More.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you had the fight canceled because of the COVID thing. You were supposed to fight. When what is your future? Your plans in the future? Will you do more kickboxing? Will you turn to MMA eventually? What's your plan for the future?
I'm definitely gonna get at least a few more kickboxing fights in, and then I definitely want to get into amateur MMA, and I think I just feel ahead of anyone my age, so.
Yeah, he already did sparring rounds with all the MMA pros and everything like that, so it'll be an easy transition. And he's more of a wrestler, grappler anyway. So once his kickboxing is locked down, it'll be he already is good at that too, but he'll be a 100% complete fighter because his wrestling and his grappling is, I think, far superior than most 18-year-olds. Okay,
cool. If you have to say one specific thing which you really like in your brother's fighting style, what would it be? And it's for both of you.
I like the way he'll go from striking to his takedowns. He mixes it up really good. And, that's probably the best thing that he's best at is mixing it up, going striking to takedowns to striking.
I feel that way also, but for him, it's his pace, his ability to back up anybody, almost anybody he fights, that's impressive in its own, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite fighters looking up to when you started MMA? Because you say you started MMA because of your brother, or started training because of your brother. But who are your favorite fighters?
If we're talking about when we started, then I gotta go with Mirko Cro Cop. I was his favorite, and he showed me him, and that was it. Right kick, hospital, left kick, cemetery. That was everything for me. Huge fan.
Okay, perfect.
I like the Diaz brothers too. We're big Diaz fans.
Yeah, always.
Okay, cool. A little bit more about you, Shane. You also switched managements. How is that for you to now be with First Round, right? Are you happy with it? I think you are, but tell me a little bit more about it if you want.
Yeah, for sure, I'm happy with it, man. They treat me like family already. Treat me really good. The deal that they got done for me, like, 'cause my last fight was obviously the last one on my contract, so I was a free agent for a couple months while I was shopping around for management teams. And then when I locked down First Round, I was definitely happy with the choice. Aside from the fact that they're one of the best management teams in the world, in my opinion, the best. They're really personable guys, really good guys. I really like them a lot. And like I said, they treat me like family. And the deal they got me from the UFC, I'm more than happy with it. I turned down more money from another organization to stay with the UFC for reasons that I've said in other interviews. But the deal that I got from the UFC is a phenomenal deal. Thanks to them.
Are you willing to share which organizations wanted to have you?
I spoke to all of them, but the one that I turned down was PFL.
PFL, okay. Yeah, I think you always said your dream is to be a UFC champion, and you will still try to go to that path.
Exactly.
What do you think about your fight against Josh Emmett? Is Team Alpha Male guy pretty funny that he also has a teammate fighting on the card, Clay Guida? You have a teammate fighting on the card. What do you expect from the fight? And of course, you're not going for the finish, but you're going for a decision, right?
I'm not only going for the finish, I'm going for the bonus. That's what I'm that fucking bonus. The fight's gonna be fun. It's one of those matchups that you run it a million times. It's always gonna be a great matchup. He comes to bang. He throws that big overhand right, that big left hook. I think after a while of him swinging and missing those shots, he's definitely gonna try to wrestle me after I start popping those jabs, especially in his face. So I see him starting to wrestle probably in the beginning of the first round, honestly. And I think he's gonna come out to try to wrestle right away. So he has me thinking about that. But it's a pretty obvious game plan, which I think is what he's going to do. It's a smart game plan, so I fully expect that, fully prepared for that. Like I said, after he starts swinging and missing, he's going to start shooting. After he starts shooting, he's going to fake the shots, look for the overhand right. Everything that I've been doing in my training camp already. So I won't be shocked by anything he does. But the dude hits hard. He comes to bang, and it's going to be a fun fight. I'm excited to go out there and not just get a win, but I'm the co-main event, so I got to go out there and make a statement. They put me in a good spot, and I don't want to go out there and just skate by with a win or get. I want to get one of those wins that puts you on the map, that makes like when I'm done with my career, I'll be able to look back and say that was the one that pushed me over the edge. That's what I'm looking to do in this fight.
Let me ask you, if you can choose a grueling 3-round split decision that you're winning, or a first round knockout within 1 minute, but for that 1 minute knockout you don't get a performance bonus, but for that grueling decision you get a performance bonus, what would you choose?
I'd definitely take the first round knockout, because the finish, there's no better feeling than finishing somebody. And not only that, coming out unscathed, that's the best part. I'll be able to get a quick turnaround. I won't take too much damage. I won't put too much miles in my body. So anytime I can get a quick finish, I'll take it. Even when I had that quick finish in MSG, I was a little disappointed after, because I was like, damn, I was out for so long. I wanted to get my feet a little more wet. In hindsight, like, you know what, that's cool. I'm fine with it, because I got a family. I want to be around for a long time. I don't want to take a bunch of blows to the head and shit. So definitely never the plan to go grueling 3 rounds.
Okay. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the poster.
The UFC's poster?
Yeah.
You know my thoughts already. It's fucking stupid. Like, come on, man. You got me and Emmett, which is the biggest fight in the division, aside from the championship fight that just got announced. Like, the last big fight in the division was Cater versus Stevens, and now this next big one, and there's no one else inside the top 10 is booked to fight. They're all in the works to fight. This is the next one, and I don't understand like why you wouldn't push that more, why you wouldn't promote that more. I don't know. Maybe, I just don't know. You got to talk to their fucking PR team or something like that, because you know what? I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna make the most out of the situation. Because again, I'm the co-main event, and I'm gonna make my name off this one.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, but I think the UFC is not really doing very well with pushing fights lately, man. I think last weekend we had like Sterling Sandhagen, probably the number one contender for the bantamweight division, and they pretty much didn't even push it, didn't even put it on the co-main event. They put Garbrandt Assunção there, so I don't know what's up, but yeah, what you guys both think about Fight Island, by the way, Abu Dhabi?
I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's much of an island. I think it's like right off the. It's more like a peninsula, right?
Yeah, it's like an island where they have built something, but you have many islands in Abu Dhabi, man. So
it's not like an island like right in the middle of the sea.
Nah.
Like Staten Island in New York. It's funny. But, yeah, I think it's pretty cool though. Like they have a whole 10-mile square radius. They're building gyms over there. I'm excited to see that first pay-per-view because that's going to be insane. Those 3 title fights. I'm excited for that. But I would love to go there and visit. I would love to go there and check it out, be like a guest fighter, even though they're not doing that. But I don't want to. I have zero desire to fight over there.
Far for us. Very far.
Yeah. But you will be a guest fighter in the Netherlands when the UFC comes back here, right?
Cool, yeah. Come here home.
Okay. Cool. Guys, I want to thank you for the interview, for the time. I wish you all good luck, Ryan. You in your career and your further development into MMA fighter. What you want to become, which you maybe already are, but you want to become better. So for that. And Shane, thanks for taking the time, and wish you best of luck, of course, on June 20th. Both of you guys, if you want to plug your social media, if you want to thank anybody, take your time. Here you go.
Shout out to the friends, all my friends, all my family, all my teammates, my whole team. Team Tiger Jones, Believe Athletic Training, all my sponsors. Thank you, all you guys. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it, and looking forward to talking to you after I get this win.